Now tell me how many classes we need to configure here. Number one, driver manager data source we need to configure. So now here just spconfig.xml. spconfig.xml. So first we have to take the here DTD. After that bean id is equal to id1, class is equal to org dot spring framework dot jdbc dot data source dot driver manager data source, right? Driver manager data source. After that we can take the four properties. Property name is equal to driver class name, you know, right? The next property name is equal to URL. The next property name is equal to username. Property name is equal to password. After that close the bin. Then next second bin. What is the second bin here? Bin id is equal to id2, class is equal to org dot spring framework dot orm dot hibernate dot local session factory bin. Local session factory bin. Now inside this class we have to pass three things. Number one is what? Data source. Property name is equal to data source, S is capital. Now ref is equal to id1. This is the data source object. Second property name is equal to hibernate properties. Hibernate, P is capital. Hibernate properties. Under that we have to take the props, properties collections, right? Props. Under that prop key is equal to hibernate dot dialect. What is the functionality of this dialect class? The functionality of this dialect class is to generating the SQL queries. So now here org dot hibernate dot dialect dot Oracle dialect. Close the prop. This class is responsible to generating the SQL query. Then next, if we want to see that generated SQL query, we can use one more property. What is that property? Prop key is equal to hibernate dot show underscore SQL. Then we can pass here what? True. If you are passing false, it doesn't displaying. Now I don't know how to create the database tables also. Assume that we can take one more property. Prop key is equal to hibernate dot HBM to ddl dot auto, hbm2 ddl dot auto. We can pass here create, close the prop, then automatically database tables also is going to be created. Then close the props, then close the property. First property, second property is completed. Then third property, property name is equal to mapping resources, mapping resources. Under that, take the list. Now under that value, student dot hbm dot xml, close the value. If at all one more is there, under that value employee dot hbm dot xml, close the value. Now close the list, close the property, then next close the bin. So now here two bins are completed. Number one is what? Driver managed data source. Number two is what? Local session factory bin. Then next we have to configure here Hibernate template or not. We need to configure Hibernate template. Hibernate template is required for one session object. That session object was going to be given by the local session factory bin based on these three things. Right? So now we need to configuring the Hibernate template. So now how to configure? So now continuation. So now bin id is equal to id3, class is equal to org dot spring framework dot orm dot hibernate template. Hibernate template. After that property name is equal to session factory, F is capital. Then ref local is equal to id2. Then close the property, then close the bin. Then finally one more bin is there. What is that? My bin. We have to configure that my bin also. Bin id is equal to id4, class is equal to my bin, then property name is equal to what? ht, then ref is equal to id3, then close the bin, close the bins, right? Close the bins. So this is the configuration file. Internally this Spring configuration file is going to be utilizing the Hibernate framework. Internally the Spring configuration file is going to be utilizing the Hibernate framework. Now we can develop the client application. Right? So now how to develop the client application? We have to import org.springframework.context, right? Then next import org.context.support.star package. After that, class client. The next public static void main. Now application context ctx is equal to new class path xml application context. Now we can pass spconfig.xml. After that, object o is equal to ctx dot get bean of id 4. Then typecasting to the mybean. Mybean mb is equal to mybean of o. After that, create the student class object. Student s is equal to new student. After that, s dot set student id. Now here 1001. Now s dot set student name Ramu. S dot set student marks 200. Then after that mb dot save student na of s. mb dot load students. Close the method, close the class. See, now whenever we are calling like this, now this save method is going to be executed. Then object is going to be saved into the database. Right? Object is going to be saved into the database. Now, if we want to compile and execute this application, now what are the jar files are required here? Note down. So now here around 11 jar files are required if we want to compile and execute this application. So now what are the jar files? Now we'll see here. Number one antler.jar. Number two, asm.jar. Number three, commons-collections.jar. Number four, commons-logging.jar. Number six, log4j.jar. Number six, dom4j.jar. Number seven, ehcatch.jar. Number nine, jta.jar. Number 10, cglib code generation library. Then next, number 12, number 11, spring.jar. Number 12, hibernate.jar. 13, ojdbc14.jar. These many jar files we need to set. Okay, we need to set and we can compile and execute. Right? So now, observing here practically, that's all. This is the way to integrating Spring with okay, ORM. If we want to complete that okay, Hibernate, here I am going to using some Hibernate concept. Now we have to learn that Hibernate separately, right? Lot of concept is there in Hibernate also. right? So now relations, okay, caching techniques, different concepts are there in Hibernate framework. Now here, this is the way to integrate Spring with ORM. Now we'll see here practically that example. This is my example. So this is my bean. This is my bean. So now here Hibernate template. The next generate the setter method. Now here we can use initially save method. Then next after that load students. Load students. That's enough. Then next after that configuration file. Before that, this is what Pojo class. This is the Pojo class. This is what HBM file. In this HBM file, I am going to mapping database column names and Pojo class property names. So Hibernate mapping. The next class name equal to student, table is equal to student. The next ID name equal to student ID, column equal to SID. Property name equal to student name, column equal to S name. If you want to put the length also, we can take the length. Why? Because framework is take care about to creating the database table also. We are not responsible. Then property name equal to marks. If the database column name and Pojo class property name both are same, then we can take property name equal to, okay, Pojo class property is enough. We no need to mention here database column name. Coming to the Spring configuration file. So now this is what driver manager data source. Then next after that, here I am going to take what local session factory bean. Under that mapping resources, okay, student.hbm.xml. So now data source connection object I am passing. The next Hibernate properties I am passing Oracle 9 dialect. Then next here I am, if you want to see the SQL query, we can take true. Then next here I am going to take Hibernate template. So now session factory. Now I am passing ID 2. Then finally I am going to configure my bean. Then ID 3. Now go to the client application. This is my client application. I am setting the student details and I am saving and I am going to loading. Right? Now I will take this location. Go to the command prompt. See now first database table is there or not, we will see here. So now select star from student. Student is not there, right? Student is not there. So now if you want, we can create that student. Okay, create that student. How many columns are required here? So now here SID, right? SID, then next S name and marks, right? So now create table. Table name is what? Student. Now here SID, number, the next S name, varchar 2 of 10, the next marks, Now set class path equal to, we need to set all the jar files. set class path equal to, so now here I setted some path. We have to take Hibernate applications. Under that Hibernate class path, we can take this total path, all these jar files, copy and paste here. And apart from these jars, we have to take Spring jars. Spring framework. So now Spring dot jar. This is supported by all the versions. Now paste here, semicolon dot semicolon, then Java C star dot Java, then Java client. So now this query I am not generating, right? Am I generating this insert query? Just I am using what? Save method. But framework is take care about or not? Framework is take care about to generating. This is what? Select query. Framework is take care about to inserting, to selecting queries, right? Now this is the way to displaying the record, right? Inserting and displaying. Now I want to update. If you want to update, then what we have to do? So now go to the client. Instead of Durga, I am taken here what? Tech I am taken. So now go to the our component. Instead of using here save method, we can use what? Update. These methods was provided by the which class? Hibernate template. Hibernate template. Then Hcode. Updated or not? If you want to delete, then we can use what? Delete method. Delete method. Now Hcode. So now deleted. So now there is no records in this table, right? Star from student, right? This is the way to performing to the all the operations, but that entire Hibernate we can integrate here. This is the way to integrating them, Spring with ORM.